Welcome to this first lesson on how to create an interactive lesson using Microsoft Forms. Microsoft Forms is a Microsoft tool that can be used to create various forms to collect data from parents or students. It can also be used to create quizzes, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to use it for quizzes in our district because the assessment feature in Schoology is such a powerful tool for creating quizzes and tracking student progress. However, the quiz feature in Microsoft Forms has a branching option which makes it ideal to create informal, interactive lessons. In this series of tutorials, you will develop the skills necessary to create interactive lessons using Microsoft Forms. In order to begin, navigate to www.portal.office.com. Then click on the waffle button in the upper left-hand corner and select Forms. Finally, click on the New Quiz button. Before getting started on creating an interactive lesson, let's first take a few minutes to pre-plan our lesson. If you just want to create a 10-question quiz, there's not a lot of planning to do. However, if you want to create an interactive lesson that provides immediate feedback to your students, you will need to add multiple sections and use the branching feature to move from one section to another. This can become very confusing, and therefore taking some time to plan will save you a lot of frustration. Here's a diagram that illustrates what our interactive lesson will look like. We are going to create a lesson with 3 questions to check for student understanding of musical devices in poetry. We are limiting the number of musical devices to rhyme scheme, internal rhyme, and alliteration. For each of these 3 questions, we will create a feedback loop for incorrect student responses. In order to create these feedback loops, we need to add 5 sections to our quiz. Sections 2, 4, and 6 will contain our feedback to incorrect responses. Our feedback will include a written feedback, an instructional video, and another practice question or questions to make sure students understand the concept. Depending on the difficulty of the questions, an instructional video may not be necessary. Now, sections 1, 3, and 5 will contain our 3 quiz questions. Each correct answer response in the quiz will branch to the next question. Each incorrect answer response will branch to the feedback loop. This completes this tutorial on pre-planning to create an interactive lesson using Microsoft Forms. We have included the pre-planning document in the training materials so that you can review it as you work through this training. In our next tutorial, we will start creating our interactive lesson.